Welcome back to What Arty Noobs with General Disturbance. This is the Hummel, the Tier 6 German SPG. This one's located on the south board of Ruinberg, and it's under the command of talon1958 of OLIMP. And yes, it's his first replay submitted for the weekend lying competition this week. Now, as you know, Angelina's already submitted a replay, and let's see if Talon can beat her. Talon won the competition last weekend, and I suspect he's actually going to do rather well this weekend as well, because there's been quite a few replays gone through recently with lots of players getting ace tankers in them, especially on lower tier arties. Talon's decided to go for the tier 6. Let's see if he can get a win in this one. Oh, he's going right into the corner. Now, let's see how this works. He's knocked a tree down, and another one, and more. And he's going to back up now to use one of them as cover. Now, the trouble is that building just up in front is kind of obstructing his field of fire, or the arc, I should say. Now, the trajectory of the stock gun, which is the one you're seeing here on the Hummel, it's the same howitzer that you find on the Gorilla, is actually quite high, so he can go up over objects. Oh, and he just got a direct hit. Now, the VK3601H, which is the one sitting in the corner there, just took that round. Now, these shells are capable of 480 alpha, 38mm pen, 6.7 meters burst radius, and standard reload with the stock gun, because this is the stock, is 25.31 seconds. Talon's got it down to 20.50, so he's not 5 seconds off the reload altogether. But at the moment, he's trying to pick which target he wants to go for. Some of them, he can't get them. Oh, the VK's moving. Now, he's got a red line now, which means obviously something is obstructing fire, but he fires it in there, and whatever the obstruction was, he hit that instead. And I think the smoke we can see near the building means that he probably hit the building instead, so he's decided to change position altogether. Yeah, I favour actually going to this position straight away, but it's a whatever takes your fancy and whatever you can get good damage on. Rounds out. That's a direct hit. 93 hit points. Just keep piling on these shots, one after the other. Eventually the enemy gets the message and they pull away from the position because it's just too dangerous for them. Of course, the alternative to this position is actually to go with the stock gun, because it's got a short range. It's to go about halfway along the middle of the map. So you'd be in K6 or thereabouts. That splashed alongside and tracked him, and he's picked up some stun assist. The problem with, of course, the stock gun is the short range. It isn't that far, which means that you can't shoot over the entire range of the map, but it is very, very accurate indeed. And that T-34 didn't realise that when he backed up there, he actually backed into the shell. And unfortunately, it's another shell that's just hit the building instead of the target. Yes, he's opting to go back to the other position because it does give you a much better chance of hitting the target. Okay. There's the T-3485. He's gone into the gap. The VK is hiding around the corner. We can't get a shot on him. Might be able to get a shot on the T-3485 that's further up the road. And I think he spotted that. Yes, he can get a shot on this guy, although it's an obstructed or occluded reticule. And he does! He hits the engine deck for 210. Okay, found another T-34. The VK's pulled back. In fact, he suffered virtually all of his hit points lost, but we've still got a bit of a building in the way there on the T-34. He fires one in, goes long. He'll need to change position again. So he might want to open up the range a bit, change the direction. This corner is very obstructive. Plus the other thing is, if the enemy Arty, and there's two of them, the M44s, they've both got the top gun. They should be able to fire over this end of the map. So if he was spotted, he could get hit. 175. That one you can see landed right on the side of the vehicle where the armor is weak. Okay, you can't see it now, but he can certainly see this guy. In fact, you can see that it's already taken one round. In fact, that might be the one where he hit it on the engine deck. Rounds out. No, it hit whatever obstruction's in the way again. So there's 3 shots that he's fired, which have actually hit the buildings rather than hit the target. And the good news is he's decided to change position, and he's now moving to get to a new firing position. There's only the M6 protecting him down here, so it is a wise move to actually move closer to your teammates. The other Arty on his team, which is an M44, is over on the east side of the map. Now he could stop and fire from this position, but it would be still very dangerous. You can see the T-78 still within the range circle, but he's now getting a little further away from it. So round about the end here of this road, yep, should be able to get a shot. Problem is that T-78 might see him. Well, he's looking down the road. There's the T-78. Can he get a shot? Well, he fired. Now, did he get spotted? Well, Sixth Sense didn't go off. The T-78 is headed in this direction. The M44 might spot him, and the MX 12 tons moving down towards the cap area, as is our T-78. Now, he just poked out there to see. The T-78 is only a short distance away from him, and his teammates are firing in. And in fact, the enemy T-78 has gone down. So even though the enemy now has the town centre, they still don't have the cap. So he could sit behind these trucks at the end of this road. They might not actually see him. As he gets closer, they might actually see the flash from his gun, and he might get spotted by that T-34-85M that's moved close to the cap. Okay, there he is. Just saw him. Now, looking over in this direction is a Jackson. I think he's trying to shoot through that gap, but he couldn't get the shell to go through the gap there. Now, there's a set of bushes on a tree here. He could use that for cover. I think he's extending his range because he's reckoning that the enemy is headed for our cap area. Now, the other thing he could do is he could knock down that tree that we just missed the tree. He could knock down that tree there in direction of our cap, and that would provide him with extra cover. In fact, he's actually decided to go up the east side of the map. We're down to just 4 vehicles now. The 88, the AMX 12 ton, and the M44, plus of course the Hummel. Mind you, the enemy team only has 5 tanks. Well, that's our cap area at the moment. Over here, there's nothing in sight. Probably would be a good idea to focus on our cap area. Still got plenty of ammo as well. 16 rounds of, well, 15 now. think it might be a good idea to move just a little bit closer to the road. Being back far here means that you are just outside our cap area in terms of range. He's now looking to the north here. He can get shots in that direction. He's looking for any sign of anybody moving about, but I think the 88 would see whoever's moving about, actually. They're in a position to get view. Oh, now we've got an enemy tank heading in our direction. Okay, it is the Jackson, I believe. Okay, he's got to a position. The M44 just smacked him for a huge amount of hit points, and he stunned him. Now, let it settle. Rounds out. Oh, he got a splash kill. The Jackson pulled forward into the shell and took the full shot. And now the VK3601H is near our AMX 12 ton. And we might be able to hit him. No, the M44 got him. And now it's 4 versus 3. So big change. Now the enemy feels vulnerable because all they've got is the T-34-85. Now if we look at the alt figures, we can see that he doesn't have much in the way of health. But virtually nothing. He's on his last few hit points. And of course then there's the enemy Arty. They're at a big disadvantage. Okay, the enemy is very close to us. And he's gone to the aim view. Okay, well the M44 missed that one. And I have the feeling that Talon wants to do a shotgun at close range. And he's decided that he's going to drive up to the T-34 and just whack him. And he does. Well, that's amusing because that means now that we did get a kill. Got 2 kills in the game. Oh, enemy Arty's firing just behind us. One of the M44s, 64 hit points of splash. But now we can just drive straight to the enemy area because all they've got is up. Well, they've only got 1 Arty left. The AMX 12 ton just got a kill. And now there's only 1 Arty on the enemy team. And, well, with the 88, we could just drive straight towards the enemy cap area. And if we do locate the enemy, we'll get the spotting points at the very least. I'm not sure what Talon's doing here. Oh, I can see why, because the other M44 has been located down the other end of the map. And he's just been... Oh, he just shotgunned our 12 ton. So just like Talon, he's taken a leaf out of his book. And Talon's going to launch around into that corner. Oh, and he got it into the corner, but we don't know how much damage he did. And the T-78 is saying, go in, shotguns blaming. In fact, actually, the AMX 12 ton said, someone go sit on cap, which is better for Talon to do, to be honest. Our M44, he's low on hit points, but he's keeping that other M44 in his little trap. And the 88's making his slow way down there. Now, M44 has to do something. He's just fired at our M44 and missed. And we're now capping. Now, can he get a shot? I'm not so sure he can. I think it's a bit out of range. Well, he's got the range, but not the angle. Worth a try. Rounds out. Nope, hit the building. And the M44 thought, oh, I might as well come out after they fired. And he's on the move. But he probably doesn't realise there's an 88 just around the corner. And he's about to meet that guy. Rounds out. And, oh, big hit. But the M44 does shotgun our M44. But he's now in sight of the 88, who takes him out with 1 round. And that's it. Game over. Here's the end of battle stats. And that was the second class tanker for talon1958 in the Hummel. he managed to get a bruiser medal for getting at least 5 critical hits. In fact, he got 7, and he got a win rate of 1,720, which is very good indeed. Let's have a look at team score. Well, we can see he didn't get the highest damage in the game. That went to the Jagdpanther on the enemy team with 1,684. No high caliber because it wasn't 20%. Second highest damage, the T-3485M on our team, 1,563. And the third highest damage goes to the M6 on our team, who picked up a Confederate and 1,555 hit points of damage. And our AMX 12 Titan got a patrol duty for 1,460. When it came to kills, it was the AMX 12 Ton who managed 4 kills in that game. 3 kills went to our M44 and 2 kills went to Talon in his Hummel. By the way, I don't know if I mentioned he got 1,020 hit points of damage. I should have actually mentioned that at the time because he actually managed to score better than all but 4 of the enemy team. And there were 5 on his own team that were ahead of him, which means that he's in 10th place on damage. When it comes to kills, though, as I said, he actually came in joint third because the AMX 12 Ton was tops with 4, 3 kills to the M44, the Jackson, and the enemy M44, and 2 kills went to Talon, to the Jagdpanther, and to the VK2801-105 on the enemy team, and their T-3485M as well. When it came to base XP, he's actually a little further down the table in 6th place. We've got the AMX 12 Ton with 1,086. Then we've got T-3485M with 924. T-78 managed 828. And Talon managed 648 in that game. He fired 17 rounds, got 5 direct hits on the enemy. No penetrations, but 11 splash. Damage of 1,020, of which 1,015 were at more than 300 meters. So only got 5 hit points from something that was more than 300 meters away at the time. Was it no, less than 300 meters away, so it must have been a splash that he managed to get from someone. 1 hit received by way of splash damage, that was from the enemy Arty trying to get him, and he also damaged 5 of the enemy, killed 2, 210 hit points of damage assistance, and 226 hit points of stun assist off 9 stuns. He got 61 capture points while he was sitting in the cap. On a premium account, actually, he earned 72,843 credits from the game, and he got 1,944 experience points. He did get a mission completion bonus on the credits on that occasion. So how does that place Talon in the lead or the contest? Well, yes, he is in the lead because Angelina managed a 2nd class bruiser and 1152. And Talon has a 2nd class bruiser and 1720. So yes, he is definitely in the lead. And now Angelina is playing catch up. But you never know, Angelina might come in straight away with an ace tanker and win the weekend line just like that. It's happened before. I hope you enjoyed that replay. If you did, please give this video a like. Do subscribe to our channel. Leave a little comment down below because it feeds the algorithm. And thank you for watching.